mutant. I like your hat, by the way.
Who are you now?
Hello,
Hello.
welcome. Episode 162, if I'm not mistaken. Which
You
I
might
often am.
be.
Is it?
I think you're pretty right, though.
I am.
Hello, everyone.
How are we? Welcome. And we're set for another huge show.
A lot of
Well,
things been happening.
We say that every week, but it does, doesn't it?
Hmm.
And we got huge little stuff.
Huge little stuff.
Huge,
Absolutely.
huge, like 120 stuff. Can I
Yep.
say 120? Yeah.
You can.
Yeah, huge
Huge.
on that. So if you like your trains
Hmm.
and you like your TT and you want to check it out,
Hmm.
yeah, stay with us because we've got a huge stock this week.
Lots.
What else we got? We've got some news in RC.
Mm-hmm.
We took the speed runner out. We're going to have a chat about that.
Mhm.
We're going to be joined by Jack the Amazing,
Yes.
hey,
Yes.
guy that took all the trophies from the Model Expo 2023.
That's right.
And no doubt you're going to show me some more Gundam.
Amongst other things.
Gundam Man. Uncle Gumpler. Welcome, everybody. Who have we got on, Beach?
Oh.
You're on the wrong
let's go
screen.
here. I am. Let's go over here.
Still in holiday mode. I think he's at the Bahamas.
Oh, the Wombat's with us.
You're looking refreshed. Hey, Wombat. Hope you're doing well.
Oh, Craig Jones. Hello.
Car of the week.
Thunder Turbine. Hello. Dave White's on. Oh, he's already guessing. He loves the cars.
Does he?
Yeah.
What car we got?
He reckons it's the EJ.
It's funny, isn't it? See, when I think of Rosello, I think of tomato sauce. I think of red.
Yeah.
It's an odd tone of red.
Or maybe because they're the corporate colours
Of what?
of Rosella. I can't say I've had anything Rosella for a long time.
What are you
They're
trying to
still- Are
say?
they still around? Do they still make tomato sauce?
Don't you eat tomato sauce?
I do, but
What?
I'm onto the ketchup. Is that a bad thing? I used to be into the White Crow. I used to love White Crow tomato sauce, and then
In the glass bottle. Yeah?
then it got bought out by a multinational, right? And it
Yeah.
didn't taste the same.
Of course it didn't.
No.
It
So
was-
Rosella's a bit like that. You know, it's one of those old brands. That'd be a Melbourne brand, wouldn't it, Rosella?
well,
Is
since 1895.
Is it a Melbourne brand?
I want to say it is. I don't
It's
know.
a national brand anyway. You know, we had it as we were growing up.
We'll call it our own. Right here in Melbourne.
It's mine.
They did have a big factory just on the other side of the river.
Oh, did they?
Mm,
Oh, right.
Yep.
Okay.
before they gentrified it and made it all beautiful.
I don't think we've actually answered, what Dave said.
What did Dave say?
EJ.
EJ. No.
It's not an EJ. Oh, there you go.
It's not an EJ Falcon.
No. Okay. Oh, Mr. Mayhem's on.
Mayhem.
Yeah.
I love Mayhem. I thought Mr. Mayhem was the guy in earlier. No?
There's a few Mr. Mayhems. There's a Dr. Mayhem, Professor Mayhem, Mr. Mayhem. There's multiple of them.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's Mayhem.
But what do we need to know about this?
We need to know the colour.
Colour. Yeah, all right. It's a bit tricky, that one. Yeah.
The make,
The make, yes.
the model.
Yes.
No, something cool about it.
And the year
Year
and the weight.
and the weight, of course.
Yeah. So we'll weigh it in a second.
And just because it says 1895 on the side, I don't think it's not that early. It's not actually the car, it's the brand.
Brand
You know
car.
what I mean? It's not an 1895 model. I just don't want to throw anybody off.
Oh, 1895
Yeah,
model
it's
car.
not. It's not.
No, it would have been
Definitely
very
not.
futuristic for its time, wouldn't it?
Would have?
Would have been.
Not sure. What do you reckon?
It's different to a horse.
What have we got? Let's go. So what happened?
What are we doing?
I reckon we talk models, and we didn't have all the models here last week.
No,
This
from the Model
is-
Expo.
Yeah,
Yes.
We'll have Jack A in. He is one of our beautiful staff members, and who does fantastic work with modelling. And unlike BJ, he's able to do more than one entry a year. Just one.
I've done more than one entry in years gone by.
Did it still done in the last 6 days before the event?
Some of them I work on in the last 6 days.
No, like were they all completed in the last 6 days?
No, definitely not.
No?
No.
You staggered
They
them
weren't.
because you've got the next 345 days off before you start your next project.
It's good, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Not Jack. Jack pumps it out.
He
He
does.
churns
He
away.
gets right into them
He
and he
toils
actually
away.
finishes stuff.
Let's get Jack on. Welcome, Jack.
Come on, Jack. Hey,
Hello
Jack.
there.
I think we had an interview with you last year, didn't we? At Expo.
At
yes,
Expo.
at Expo.
That's
Yes.
right. He was on
Yeah.
Look at these plaques. And these are just some of the jewelry
Some of them.
Yes.
Yeah, that you brought back from Model Expo.
Yes.
Model
I
Expo
got a-
2023.
I got a commended certificate as well, but I didn't bring it along. 'Cause
That's
it's not as cool. But
But what are these
that's what
trophies?
BJ got. Don't say it's not as
Oh,
cool.
yeah,
It's
sorry.
perfectly cool. What are you talking about?
All
I
right.
just don't have any of them. The
What's this one?
second was it? You got for an aircraft, which would have been for your
My
yeah.
helicopter.
Yes.
Which we've had on the show before.
And we've also got a
I-
short, I think, of it gone around.
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
That was in Dan's review video.
Yeah, that's right. Of an
Yes.
open boxing. So if you want to see
Yeah.
closer of that, we do have videos. In
What
YouTube
model
earlier.
helicopter is it?
So it's the Academy AH1Z. So
Yeah.
I think we've got one left on the shelf.
A 35th scale, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a big.
So you got second place for that.
Yep.
What other silverware have you got?
What's this one?
That's what's the third place? Small cars open.
Oh, so that's the little Peugeot in 43rd scale. I
Where's that?
didn't bring it along. It's at home.
Right. Right.
But
There's
That
a
was
trend here.
405, yeah?
yeah, so
The 405 Paris Dakar thing.
yeah. So I built that a week before Expo. So I did that yours,
Yeah, that's
VJ
alright.
style.
What?
Yeah, yeah.
And it felt good, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
How many-
you got something.
How many entries did you put in, Jack?
So I put in 8.
8 entries, and you
I
got,
got
4 trophies.
4 awards. So
Pretty decent.
50% strike ratio.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good.
Not bad.
Well, let's have a closer look at some of the models you brought in here.
Now,
Is it-
what's this one?
Oh, what do you mean?
Second.
That's the aircraft one, yeah?
That's the
helicopter one.
Oh.
That
So-
one's for the Monaro.
Oh, that's for the
Oh,
Monaro.
we'll talk
Okay,
about
let's
that
have a
one.
look at
'Cause
that.
is that this
Right.
one?
So that's the third place.
We've got something that we can talk about with some context.
Yes. So
Now, we've had this one on before,
yes, I believe so.
and you actually entered this in the SMS painting
Yes.
contest. Is that
Oh,
right?
yes,
In the
that's
lead
right.
up to
Yes.
Yeah.
when SMS announced the DDA contest. So
Mm.
if you built
Yeah.
it and painted it out of the box using SMS paints,
Mm.
they were running a contest for
Yes.
prizes.
Yes.
And you didn't win that, but you won a prize at Model Expo.
Which is
Mm.
arguably better.
Some would say it's better.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. So tell us a little bit about it.
So I entered this into the out of box category because it was
Out of box. Well, you
Yeah.
couldn't do it in the box. The only person I know that can build a model in a box or in a bag is Panda.
So the Panda's done that for sure.
Hey?
We've seen that.
That's unhinged, mate, to build a model in a box.
is true.
Did they have it
So-
in a
Yeah,
bag?
it is.
Did they have it in bag?
In
Class?
bag.
In bag class. No, we should request that happen so that
Next
Panda
year.
can enter next year.
That's right.
Because you've already got the model finished.
Yeah, so this kit was just built out of the box. No,
You're
additional
very brave.
parts or
Who?
anything.
You touching his models.
No,
Well, without
I-
asking for
I
permission?
trust
No,
him.
because
I
you
trust him.
you break it constantly.
Well, that doesn't matter because I always fix them.
It's been to experts, so that's all right if he breaks it.
It's been judged, so it can't be judged again.
Exactly.
So this
Wow.
is DDA 124th blown HQ.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Painted in SMS,
And a shade of orange.
a shade of orange,
I can't remember which one.
custom blend.
Yes.
Well, it's actually like one of the blends you started off with, like for the McLaren, no? It's like a McLaren thing, but then because you actually referenced a real vehicle for this, didn't
Yeah,
you?
so I can't remember I think his name was Sean. So he has a 2-door HQ Monaro. It looks sort of similar to this. So I found that on the internet and sort of based this one off his.
You should call him up and sell him this for 25 grand. He'll probably buy it.
25 G's.
Looks magnificent. I love your panel lines.
It is one of my favorite cars that I've done.
Yeah?
Definitely. So I'm keen for the panel bands to come out. So I can do them.
Well, they're not far away, are they?
No, they are due any day or any week now, actually.
Look at that.
I'd like to say what model panel van it is, but I might give away another panel van that we're talking about.
Oh, really?
I
What
might,
that is it?
might or might not.
So I don't know if the viewers can see, but that's actually flocked.
Yes.
And when I say that, it means it's got furry bits in it. I can see it there. Definitely see the flocking there.
And that he started flocking when he did the Hakasuka for me, so he's come a long way since then.
What glue did you use for the
No.
flocking? Do you use a special
I
glue or do you mix it?
I usually use paint, but I think
Oh,
for
really?
this I used PVA.
Right. Did you thin it at all? Or you just use it straight,
I
really
think
thick?
I just used it straight out of the bottle because the paint just dries too quickly. So
Yes.
sometimes you can get patches where you don't have any flocking and it looks
Right.
kind of crap. But-
Right, okay.
So I used PVA, I think, for this one. Just
Oh, it
'cause
definitely worked
dries
really well.
slower.
It's really even.
It looks quite good. I think it turned out well.
Yeah, cool.
And so all the
What are these things
chrome
here?
You'd be good at doing scale tennis balls.
scale tennis balls.
You just need some green flock.
Yeah,
I just want white tennis balls. Do they exist?
probably.
They use them at night games.
Glow in the dark. So all the chrome on the wheels and the blower, that's all alclad.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and
Which alclad is this? Chrome.
the chrome, yes.
Right.
So it takes a bit of trial and error to get it right, but I think it turned out pretty well.
Mm. That definitely looks good.
All right, show us what else you got.
Yep.
We've seen that
There's
one
heaps of
before.
other stuff.
More.
There's heaps of stuff.
I know. We don't have all day. It looks like we do. What's this one? We've had this one on before.
Yes, we've had that one.
We have had
before.
this one on before. I'm
So
touching
we'll-
it.
We'll be quick.
If it's broken, it was VJ.
So
do you mean?
this is a Meng technical. So it's an FJ Land Cruiser, I believe, and it's got the turret of a BMP, which is like a Russian APC.
We know all about
Sort of
BMPs because they're
Yes.
getting blown up
Yes,
in
they
Ukraine
are.
all the time.
Yes. So they use these things in like Syria.
Is this loose?
It shouldn't be.
It's glued now, mate.
It's not meant to
Look,
be.
that-
I'm just going to
that-
break it.
That is loose.
it
so it
loose?
broke off.
Oh,
There's
because
a-
last time things were loose
yes.
and
it's
bits
all,
were falling off.
no, it's all glued now.
Oh, is it?
but-
Okay.
How's the weathering?
Oh, the weather, it's cold.
Unbelievable. It is in Melbourne. Wouldn't know it in your fancy pants t-shirt.
Fancy pants t-shirt. What are you talking about? Oh, that is
No,
loose.
the-
Hang on.
Oh.
Yeah, no, that-
I'm going to lose the
I
beers.
broke that bit before.
Hang on. We're going to lose the beers. Let's put the beers over here. There's the gun. Oh, so what caliber is this gun? Is it like a 30 mil or something?
It's a 76, I think.
Is it?
So it's big, but it's low velocity, so it won't tip the truck over when it fires. But
Oh, right.
there's a video on YouTube of one firing at a building.
At a building,
Yeah,
as you do.
Yeah.
Sounds like something that, yeah. Look
What?
at the undercarriage. It's got no tail lights. Not road ready.
Yeah.
It's not wearing any underwear, though.
Oh,
there
there goes the.
Like my heart.
It's all right.
Oh, that's all right.
So that's actually AKU rust. So it's the
Looks like proper rust.
yeah. Well, it basically is actual rust. So it's like you
Does it rust up after you apply it?
yeah. So you get paint and well, it's called AKU rust. So it has well, it's made by AK. At least I think it is, and it's a paint with like metallic particles in it, and then you
Oh, so that'll be like the deluxe materials
get
one.
yeah. I think
Okay.
so, and then you get different activators which changes the color of the rust.
So it's probably got iron powder in it, which is actually rusting.
Yeah, probably something like that. And
Right.
then I also just airbrushed bits of like red brown just over the parts that didn't look as good. So
Okay.
that's how it turned out. I think it turned out pretty good.
Oh, that's pretty good. It's
Yeah.
just a shame that you don't see much of it, but you do see a lot of it.
It was more of an
Here.
experiment. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did it on the frame as well.
Yeah, definitely see that. So what is this frame? Did you build this up yourself, or is
That's-
this a conversion kit?
That's out of evergreen styrene.
Oh, you did build it
But
up yourself.
the conversion kit comes with a
Office
frame. It comes with the office shed, but you can build the frame out of photo etch.
Right.
But I built the frame and then accidentally dropped it, and so it shattered everywhere. And I just decided to rebuild it out of styrene instead.
Well, at least you had the original one there
Yeah,
to
I
use as a
basically took
template.
the measurements from the original
Right.
and rebuilt it. So.
What? So the office chair comes with the conversion kit, does it?
Yeah. I think
That's
it's
a
hilarious.
comfortable looking
Yeah.
office chair, and a bin there for your rounds, is it?
Yes,
That's safe.
and then the spare tire,
A spare tire. Yep.
or the spare wheel. But yeah, that was a fun build.
That's pretty interesting, isn't it?
I love the window and the wipers and.
How did you do rust effects on here?
That's just like
Is it
I
just
think
a
that was
wash?
just oil paints.
Oh, okay. And you just
Yeah.
feathered it out.
Yeah, I blended it out.
Right.
Enamel thinner. Yeah.
Okay.
Radio. Don't fall in love with it.
All right, we're moving on, are we? All right, let me put the beers back.
All right. So no one's. Brett's broken it now.
Have you broken it?
I may have not. It was loose. I
What do
didn't
you
break
mean?
it. It was loose.
Yeah, sure.
The gun here was loose. I set up to fail
What is this? Looks like a shaggy dog.
So this is an ASLAB
with a broken gun.
with a broken MG on it.
Sorry.
So no
I
one's.
think you might have to pin that.
Yes, I might. So no one's seen this one before, but
No one's seen this one before.
I've been building it since. He's breaking more.
Don't worry, he knows how to fix as well.
Beers.
Oh, you're losing the
No,
beers.
it was just the beers.
So-
You didn't even touch the beers.
So this thing's a 35th scale trumpeter kit, and it's got Black Dog resin all over it.
And look at that. What sort of flag's that?
Honestly.
I think it's the Australian flag.
You sure?
It might be the New Zealand flag. but-
So did they? Is this something that Australian Army has used?
Yeah,
Is it?
I don't. They probably still have them.
What does the Hessian noodles do on it?
Just camouflage.
Is it?
Yeah.
To make it look like seaweed. Driving
Yeah, to
down
make
the...
it look like seaweed. Yeah.
Is it? Is it an amphibian? I don't
Yeah,
get it.
it's 8-wheel drive, but it has 2 additional drive shafts. The turret's not glued, so
Whoop.
like, it may fall off.
Don't tip it up.
Is it a bayonet fit? Like normal tanks? Maybe not.
I don't know how well it's,
Oh, okay. In that
But-
case, I'll keep it like this. It's still on now.
but it has. So it's got 8 drive shafts for 8 wheels, and then it's got 2 additional drive shafts going to a set of propellers. So it is amphibious.
Yeah,
So
All right.
goes through water.
does go through water.
Don't know how much water you find in the desert though.
It's not desert, mate.
This is for desert. This
Okay.
is desert camo.
In Afghanistan. I don't know how much water there is there. But
Never know. Might floods now and again.
I didn't get it.
It's amphibious,
Yes,
but there's not much water over there.
but how
So
do you
they
know what's
weren't-
over there? Is that where
Because-
they use them?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. It's nonsensical.
Doesn't make any sense.
oh, I guess because they're based off like the American stuff, right? They probably just have them fitted like that, and then we just import it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's
There's
right.
a big thing gets around the harbour of Singapore. It's like a big duck.
Big duck.
That's an old amphibious vehicle.
Oh, really?
That's
What, from World War II?
that tourists go on.
Oh,
And
really?
It takes you along the streets in
Yeah.
the middle of it's huge,
Yeah.
and then goes into the harbour and goes around the.
Is it a duck?
That's what they call it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, because
They had good
Winston
ro-
Churchill claimed one of the things that really helped World War II was that particular
The ro-
vehicle
the
called the
roast-
duck.
the roast duck.
DUKW. I don't know what it stands for. What's it
Duck-
stand
I
for?
have no idea.
Duckle.
Did you write it?
Yeah,
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Was it good?
it was alright.
It's all right.
Did it go fast?
No.
No? No
It's
rooster
fine.
tail?
Nope.
No rooster tail. That's no fun.
That was just like chugged along.
Right.
No suspension on the radar. It was like a boat hull with like 8 big, huge, giant wheels.
Oh,
and they
really?
were buoyant, and then it had
Oh.
a big spinning propeller in the back. I couldn't believe because it
That was
was like
huge.
direct drive.
Oh,
So as you rev the motor or drove it, a big spinning propeller was going up the street.
how cool is that? So what they call this camo? Was it like a Hessian tape or
Yeah,
was it a special?
Hessian tape. I always pronounced it Hessian tape. I didn't know it was pronounced.
Hessian, that's very trendy.
I didn't know how to
Hessian.
pronounce it.
That's very
so-
upper
Hessian.
brow.
No,
Hessian
no.
sack.
That's right. That's what you keep your potatoes in. They go in a Hessian sack.
Right.
All right.
There you go. That's cool. You have to hand it to them that the casting is quite amazing.
Yeah.
Like that's one piece, is it?
Yeah.
Because they feel loose.
Well, they
I
will
don't- I
when
don't
you
know.
break it. Put it down.
It'll be loose when you break it. Yeah.
You get extra bits.
Put it down.
Yeah. Well,
All right, I'm
the-
putting that down now. All right.
like that's one piece, and the front was one piece, and
All right.
yeah, and the stowage comes with the resin as well.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Very nice.
The motor's touching the ground.
Yes,
isn't
that
it?
one's.
Bop,
been-
bop,
that
bop,
one's-
bop, bop.
Yes.
All right. What we got here?
Wasn't
So-
me.
What we got
This
here?
We're
is-
both touching it. That's awkward.
Oh,
This
first
is
time.
a resin 68 XT Falcon.
Resin.
Yes.
Who makes this?
Parts box. So
Parts box.
got it shipped from South Australia,
Right.
and the wheels, the radiator, the parachute, the fuel cell is all parts box. The engine is 3D printed and it was imported from the US, so paying postage for that wasn't fun. But
So what's the kit normally? It's got a bonnet on it, is it?
yes, so I had to cut the bottom off.
Oh, you did
And
the
it-
chop chop.
It comes with like the chassis as well, but I didn't use it.
Right.
So it's got a big Chevrolet motor in there
Yes, it does.
and a Ford.
yes,
That's quite iconic.
yes, that's why it's
quite
called
ironic.
yes, that's why it's called Two Face.
Oh.
Two-Face.
Yes, Chevy engine in a Ford, but
Well, there you go. It's got two-face plates.
yes,
That's the only way you make Fords go.
that's not true.
So what paint did you use for the
So-
grill and the bumper? Because they're pretty
So
shiny.
that's alclad chrome.
Oh, so it's quite dark.
Yes, because I didn't know how to use it properly, and I didn't want to like. I sprayed really light coats.
Oh, so it's a
and-
super thin coat over black.
Yeah,
Right.
And I thought that was good enough, and I didn't want to
to
go for extra coverage. Just
Oh, it's
in
got this
case
gun
it-
metal look to it.
Yeah, it does. It's sort of like a black chrome.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's probably like 2 really light coats
Okay.
over.
Oh, it still looks good, even though
Yeah.
he's experimenting.
Yeah.
It is pretty shiny.
Yeah.
And
So you
that's one of
flocked
your
this one
fav-
too?
That's one of your favorite models.
Is it flocked? I don't
Oh, is it
actually
good?
know.
Is it?
Yep.
Is that flocked?
They're
Oh
all
no, I
flocked.
can't tell.
I don't think it is. Maybe
No?
it's not. I
Flocked
don't
like that.
remember. I built this so long ago.
So where was the interior from? From the kit.
Yeah, it's a full curbside kit
Right.
when you buy it.
Okay.
It's obviously not curbside anymore.
Is it a limited edition or is it?
No, they.
Oh, it's constant
they-
production?
It's like you place the order and then they like
Not cast it.
cast it.
Oh,
for you,
really?
basically, yeah.
Okay. There we go.
They're
Nice.
They're quite nice kits. They're
Especially.
not bad. They're very unique. You can only get these particular models from them. So if
Mm.
you're after something Australian, they have most likely. They also do a bunch of Mazdas like RX2s and RX3s.
Oh, they're iconic.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. They're popular in Australia too.
Yes. Yes. Then
All right.
the
And what's this
last-
one? Have
the
we seen
last
that
one,
before?
I think we've seen that one before.
I don't know
That's
if I
my,
have.
that's my
been-
favorite.
That's been on a live show before.
Has it?
Yeah.
It is actually.
We've gone bonkers for this.
It is actually.
This is the best model you've ever made.
Oh, I mean, it's probably up there, but
It's pretty good.
Oh,
Look at that engine
are they
detail.
aluminium carburetor trumpets?
yes, they are. And so, since it's been on the show, I've done the window trim, which I think is the only. Oh, and I did the battery wires as well. So I did that before I put it into Expo.
Battery wise, there you go.
Yeah, I just put 2 lead wires. Not very sophisticated, but
Well, that's what you need. You know?
Yeah.
As long as it makes contact, you got battery power.
yeah. And then, but yeah, other than that, it's the same cars.
Has this one been flocked?
Yes, that one's been flocked.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Because I actually
Look at that.
like saying flocked.
Fuzzy wuzzy parcel shelf.
Yeah, and this kit comes with seatbelt. I think they were decals,
Oh.
but
Oh, seat belts.
yeah, so I sort of just cut them out and do a very good job. But
Ah, okay. Well, they're there. You can tell.
yeah,
There you go. Oh, the harness.
yeah,
The front seats are all harnessed.
the light's reflecting off the windscreen, so you can't see it.
But have a look at it. Beautiful. It's so shiny. Beautiful paintwork.
Yes, and it's
Yeah,
been.
look at that.
I polished it again for Expo.
Look at that reflection.
Yeah.
That's,
quite good.
that's hypnotic.
So I polished it with the God Hand sanding sponges. I think that was the first time I used them, and they're actually quite good. I
Yeah,
would
pretty handy,
I
aren't
would
they?
highly recommend them.
Yeah, yeah.
if you
Easy to
see them.
use.
Yeah. So I think
That's it.
that's about it.
That's cool. Very nice.
And that didn't win a trophy. It's unbelievable.
It did not.
Unbelievable. My
Yes.
favorite one didn't even win a trophy.
I was a bit surprised.
But there's a lot of competition there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but none as good as that. That's
You're
what
not
I'm
biased at all, are you?
No.
All right.
So
There you
what's
go.
that?
Oh,
I'm
don't
changing
want to
the
forget
number.
that.
The bonnet. I mean,
The boot.
The
I'm
boot, not
changing the number
bonnet.
plate and entering it next year for myself.
All right. What are we going to call it? Too Fast, Too Furious. I feel like that's been used before.
Sure.
I think it's been used somewhere.
Yeah.
Thank
Well
you,
done,
Jack.
Jack.
That's all right.
Good job.
Congratulations on a job well done.
I might have to bring that little Peugeot in.
Yeah,
I
why
think
not?
You should.
I think everyone will like to
absolutely
look at
think
it.
you should.
Yeah, it's a good job on that.
Thanks for coming in, Jack.
Thanks, Jack.
Take care.
Wow.
Stuff is amazing, though.
Pretty good.
Except for the stuff that you broke.
I didn't break anything.
No, it's me.
It's your
I
turn.
broke the gun. Well, I got these little finicky things.
Everything can be fixed.
Except me.
All right, what have I missed here?
I'm damaged beyond repair.
Damaged goods.
Broken.
Hang on, where am I?
Buckled.
Let me scroll back a bit because we missed a bit.
Did we?
All right, so Dave said the EJ, right? Going down here, going down here.
What? No more guesses on the car.
Yeah, I'm looking for guesses.
No.
To the point.
To the point.
Holden EH panel van.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
That is correct. All right, so it's an EH panel van.
EH. Somebody said EJ and it was wrong. EH. That was not me.
No. But we'll help you fix it. All right, so Mr. Mayhem is hoping
Yes.
to get the Hornby Jubilo Flying Scotsman. Yeah, you better be quick because we're running out of them, aren't we?
Got one there.
We've got one left.
One left only.
Wow. Okay.
There's
We
like-
better onto it because they're limited edition.
Yeah. And they got the build plaque and everything.
Yes, that's right. Look
They
really
are
nice.
absolutely beautiful.
Yes.
I really want a train set just to have a bespoke loco like that. They
I've
are
got people
absolutely
guessing
gorgeous.
the weight. We
Already.
better weigh it. So I think
I need
Jeff-
Finley. Could you please get us the scientific scales from above the printer, please, my friend?
Where is it?
I actually had to use them.
I used them.
I had to use them.
All right, what have we got here? Okay, so to the point, it's got some more details on the car.
Yep.
panel van, blue Rosella, which makes sense, doesn't it?
It's an odd red.
I'll have to
more
go with
black.
that one, yeah?
It
And
is.
then 850 grams. All right, we'll work that one out in a sec.
I am definitely calling it Rosella blue with a hint of yellow. It is.
Rosella's got heaps of colours on them.
It is a. They do.
Oh, there we go.
Thank you.
All right, let's weigh it up. Do you need something to prop it up? Oh, one of these? Oh, one of these? We have,
9 steps, sanding sticks to the rescue.
that's right. All right,
Is there anything they can't do?
zero it off. I haven't seen them make a coffee yet.
You haven't asked them,
Oh, really?
have you?
No. Oh,
Oh, that's juicy.
oh. Okay, where was it?
850.
So 850. That's
That-
higher, yeah.
This is higher.
That's higher than 850.
Higher than 850.
Okay, so Dave has said 1,500 grams. It's
Lower.
lower than 1,500. Higher than 850. Lower than 1,500.
Certainly was. Certainly was.
Yeah.
Now, I feel like we've had a lot of cars, a lot of transport stuff on,
Yeah.
but I think we should choose to talk about trains.
Choose trains. Why
Yeah,
not?
because I got myself some new earrings.
Have you now?
But-
have you now?
But we'll get young Finley in the studio,
All right.
and I reckon that we should do a bit of an unboxing,
Yep.
an unveiling,
Yep.
and talk about Hornby's TT120 range.
I think we should.
I'm going to get this out of the way because
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking because there's going to be an awfully big box coming.
Oh, really? Okay.
So,
I understand now.
Without further ado, let's welcome young Finley in.
Come on, Finn.
Yay,
Hello.
crowd goes wild.
Yay.
Crowd does go wild for Finley, don't they?
Welcome again, Finn.
Hey,
Hello.
welcome in, my man. How
Hello,
are you?
everyone. I'm doing well.
Have you had a good week this week?
I've had a fantastic week. It's always a fantastic week with Hearns.
It's been a couple of weeks since you've been on the show.
Yeah, I was because last week I got ill, didn't I?
You did, but what's been happening in your world?
In my train world.
Your train club had an expo, didn't they?
Yes, they did. They had recently had the exhibition of the Waverley Model Railway Club, and that went really well. We had a lot of great exhibitions. We had a lot of great people visit. We had a lot of interest in the club. It was really good.
Excellent.
Do you know what your club doesn't have on their layout?
TT?
Hornby's TT.
That's right.
Do they?
No,
No, and I don't think any club does in Australia. Yet.
not yet.
Do you know why?
Because it only just came out.
It did, didn't it? When did it? Like literally, when did it come? Monday.
Landed a few days ago.
Monday afternoon.
Mm.
Tuesday
Yeah.
afternoon.
Yeah, it was only this week.
So Hornby sent us as one of their licensed, authorized premium sellers
Mhm.
a demo set, didn't they?
That's right. And we
one
opened
to
that up.
build, one to play, and that was the Scotsman set that we had on the show last week.
That's right.
So they followed up this week with a full stock of what's currently available.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got fixtures, fittings, locos,
Track.
carriages, track,
Buildings.
points, buildings. But we thought we'd have a little look in to the Easterner.
Because
Yeah.
that's another
Can't we?
set.
This is another set.
Here we go.
Oh. And I just love the size of it. I can't put my finger on it. I can put my face on it.
I like the shape of this loco.
Hey,
I like the shape of this.
I love the shape of this.
The
logo.
Grizzly Eleanor A4 Pacific.
Mm.
The what? the Grizzly, huh?
Grizzly, because that's who made the design. Designed it was Sir Nigel Grizzly.
Was it? I
Yeah.
was going to call it a mallard.
Well, the most famous example of the locomotive was the Mallard, which
Oh, was it?
yeah, which currently sits as the world record of a speed record of a steam locomotive.
Yeah.
At 126 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's like when I play with train sets.
that's
That's how fast.
how
I go.
fast you like it to
This
go.
one's got William's name on it.
Yeah, this one is William White. So what was it? Whitelaw,
Right.
named after the first chairman of the London North Eastern Railway, which was the railway that built these locomotives. They were originally used to be called Great Snipe because they were named after birds. these locomotives.
Were they?
Yeah, because the man who designed Sir Nigel Gresley was an avid bird watcher.
Ah.
The specific lamp in the set,
Sounds like a train fan.
not the not the locomotive in the set, but the one it's based off of, was built in 1937.
1937.
Mm.
Well, this one's been built in 2023. This is fantastic.
We hope it's about that early. I mean, recent.
All right,
Let's
crack
go
it.
to overhead 10. Let's have a look at the box. Let's see what we're going to get in there, Beach. What have we got?
So what this set comes with the A4 locomotive, which comes with an DCC ready with an 18 pins next decoder socket.
Mhm.
3 coaches, which are British Railway Mark 1 coaches,
Mhm.
corridor coaches, which will come with a brake coach and two composite coaches. It also come with the basic oval set as well as track expansion pack 1. So not only do you get an oval, you also get some extra straight and a siding.
And a siding.
Yes.
It's called a siding.
Yes, and it'll also come with a track mat, so you don't have to run it on the carpet and damage the loco.
What? It comes with a truck mat?
No, I don't
Yeah,
think so.
I don't
Doesn't it?
think,
I think that's optional.
I
Isn't it?
think that's an
Yeah,
optional
yeah.
pack.
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Yes, yes.
Well, my mistake. But
I've got a question about the carriage.
Yeah.
Why do they give you a broken one?
this one,
Yeah.
that's the brake and luggage compartment.
Yeah, why is it
Right.
broken?
Well, in the olden days, trains in England didn't have continuous brakes and would require a guard, as they were known, to sit at the back of the train and apply the brakes on any emergencies.
Oh, so
Oh,
it's not- it's
really?
not actually broken. It's there to slow it down.
Yeah.
Ah.
However, coaches about in the early 1900s did get continuous braking, but they still had a guard in the train with access to the brake, even though he was no longer necessary because they were still controlled by the loco now. Like,
So you had to
Modern
guard the
trains.
back and apply the brakes.
yeah,
That's
How
pretty
did he
busy.
know when the train was slowing down?
he observed the guard was in charge of sure the train was running smoothly in case of any accidents or in
Right.
case of any disasters.
Right,
He would apply the brake as well as have various flags, green and red.
right.
Green means good, red means stop, as well as a very loud whistle.
Do you remember when they used to have it on Melbourne trains?
No?
Yeah.
What, the flag system?
The flag system.
Oh, really?
The flagman, yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
don't remember.
Because we also had guards in
Really?
Victoria.
They used to have one at the front of the train, one at the back of the train, and they
Really?
would flag each other.
No, I don't remember. That's
You-
because I probably just jumped on the train and didn't care.
Let's get in.
Yeah, let's have a look at it.
Now, I love a good box smashing.
Yeah.
All right, what are we doing?
We're
Well,
going to open it.
You want me to grab
You
this
might
hand?
want to go it on the front one. It's not very...
What are we doing?
I'm
I
not
know.
touching this, so nothing falls off, and you can't blame me.
I'm trying.
You got it? You got it?
Look how well packaged it is.
You got it?
Ooh, that's
All
really
right.
nice.
Isn't
All
it really
right.
well, nicely packaged? And
Yeah.
it's environmentally responsible.
It
As
is.
per these, the EU laws.
Yes.
It's quite funny for an English company. Well, you know they're not in the EU.
Yeah, I know.
Close enough.
I keep up.
Oh, what do you got in there?
Oh!
Ooh, now I'm very happy.
What do we got in there?
So we've got what we've got. As I said, the locomotive, the 3
Right.
coaches. We also seem to, and the controller and transformer. We also seem to come with a re-railer and a set of buffers.
So I guess most of the bits here are very similar to the Scotsman set, which we've opened already.
Hmm,
Different
But
carriages.
The carriages will be different.
yeah,
And then, of course, the locomotive will be different.
because the Scotsman had Blink Bobby, I believe. as
Blink
its loco-
Bunny.
Yeah, Blink Bodney, sorry, as its locomotive, which was named after a racehorse, the A3s.
Why is she blinking?
I don't know, that's just what racehorses were named like.
Oh,
Because they gave her that much juice that she started to twitch.
oh, that's why.
I'd
So
believe
fast.
it. I'd believe it back then.
All right, so what are we doing? We're going to have a closer look at this loco, are we?
I'm breaking the loco piece
All right.
by piece.
All right,
No,
let's
no.
get in there.
These are actually so robust.
Designed for
They're really designed to be used. Now, tell us a little bit about the loco, Ben. You can get in there.
so
We're
this.
really close at the moment.
Oh yep. So this is the A4 Pacific in the British Railways later configuration. So it has 2 chimneys, as well as what else does it have?
Look at the pinstriping.
Look
Oh,
at
the
it.
pin. Oh yeah, look at that. That's fantastic,
You
isn't
can't
it?
even see that from the naked eye at bench height.
No,
You can't
I
even see
did.
that
I
in
barely
macro.
noticed that.
It's like,
There's numbers on the front too.
Oh yes, the little numbers. That's the running number on that plate right there,
They're
And-
tiny.
and that's the shed number. That one
shed?
little. Yeah, where it was located, where it been night at
Oh, a
sleep.
little garage.
Yeah, they were known as sheds for trains.
Right.
Um,
Oh,
there's
there's
got-
a nameplate.
Yep, there you go. William Whitelaw. First chairman of the LNER.
Let me just take this.
A little bit further. Yep. So this one is a Pacific configuration. Therefore, it has 4 leading wheels, 6 driving wheels, 2 trailing wheels.
What do you call the front wheels, Brett?
Steering wheels.
The steering wheels. They do steer, and they are
That's right,
important.
they do.
This one is
Dave lost his fragile little mind on Wednesday. We had this argument.
the LNER A4s were unique as they used to have skirting over these wheels for aerodynamics.
Really?
But they got rid of them when British Railways took over.
Why?
For ease of maintenance and standardization.
Okay, okay.
No other locomotive had skirting, so they thought, well, this one can't have skirting. That's different.
They're called spats. Very stylish.
Mm.
So what year did this train run till?
This specific example, William Whitelaw, was scrapped in 1966.
Oh, quite late.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is fantastic.
Hmm.
So went from 18 when?
1937 to
So quite late. Really, isn't it?
1966. So that would be about 29-year service life. Most cars don't have long of that service life.
I'm struggling.
Surface life.
Service
Wow.
life.
Get right in there, Beach.
And we got the tender. So this tender, which you can see, has a little bit of, right at the top there, has a little bit of streamlining. So the air can go woo, nice
So
and
they really
smooth.
did even think about aerodynamics back in
Yeah.
the 30s. I was looking at the little plaque on the side here underneath
Oh,
the number.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is tiny.
The builder's plate is minuscule, isn't it? And that there RA9, that shows what type of route it can go on. So you can only go on, so basically that means this train is too heavy it can only go on the really big, heavy routes that has the strong rough bridges.
Have a
So
look
does
at
R stand for really?
Probably.
look at the pinstriping. No?
That's fantastic.
What about that emblem on the tender?
I'm getting there.
Oh, yeah.
Choo-choo.
What is that?
That's the British Railways late crest.
Oh, so it's got a crown and
So it's
an octopus?
So it's the lion. So it's got a
Oh.
lion in a crown holding a train wheel with British Railways written on either side. With my
Oh,
thumb.
right.
British Railways.
What's the white thing?
A wheel.
A train
Oh,
wheel.
wheel.
Yeah, it's,
Oh,
the,
look at
it's
the
the
clock.
lion
It's not
holding
a-
the train
It's
wheel.
not a biscuit.
Because the British Railways logo used to be the lion holding the train wheel, and then they later years they changed it to those 2 arrows intersecting with each
Oh.
other.
Sorry, I saw an
BJ
octopus
got it.
holding a clock.
DJ got excited. He thought he was having a Venetian biscuit.
Venetians are good.
Only free range.
This is
Free range biscuits.
also what's known as a corridor tender. So it meant there was actually a little door in a corridor going from the cab all the way over here. These trains ran routes so long that they thought that the railway men thought they couldn't have crews operate it the entire trip because they'd get very tired and sleepy.
Mm.
So they'd have a relief crew in one of the coaches.
Right.
And so when it's time for the relief, the crew, while the train was still moving, would get off of the cab,
Right.
move through the tender, and then go down the coaches while the other crew
Ah.
would climb through the tender and back into the cab.
I
Could
thought you were
they-
going to say that was a bit of a sleeper. They just go in there and sleep.
Could they walk or could they have to crawl?
Oh, it's a bit of a squeeze, but there was standing up walk right, but it was more
Really?
more like crab walking sideways.
Oh, okay.
More shimmying along because it was pretty small, but it was enough space for a burly train driver.
Right. Well, you mentioned they'll be carrying a lot of coal in there too.
Yeah, because it also has to carry all the coal and water, so not much space
The
for.
water?
Yeah, it's a steam
That makes
locomotive. If it has no water, it explodes.
No, but the water goes in this bit, doesn't it, in the train?
In the boiler, but
Yeah.
it's stored in the tender.
Is it?
Yeah, and then a series of pipes will send when the driver applies the can't remember the name, the injector. When it applies the injector, water will be taken from the tender tanks through some piping under here, the foot plate, and then into the boiler.
Really?
Yeah, and then that's what gets boiled, produces the steam, pushes the.
I'm an educated person.
Then the steam gets put. Then the steam gets put into the dome, which is very well hidden on this locomotive, as you can see. If I just be very careful with it, that's the dome. Have you ever seen a big steam locomotive? They usually have that really big thing in the middle, like a hump of a camel.
Yeah.
The streamlining, it has that, but the shell covers it, so it looks almost flat to the top.
Right.
Then when the steam goes through the dome, then goes through some more pipe work into the cylinders, which then forces the piston to move, which move the wheels, and then the excess steam gets thrown out the funnel.
Mm. Wow.
It's very complicated.
Hey, Brett's very educated now.
I'm ready to drive. Hook me up. Hook me up a blink, Bonnie. Let's go, buddy. I thought you just had to shovel coal. That was it.
You have to hold water. It's a very intense process running.
Very much that. We are
I think we
We've
might
got
have sound
levels.
now.
Yes,
Do
we
we have
do.
sound now?
Yes, the
Hooray.
levels are working.
All right.
We are
Oh, that's spent. I'm going home now.
Really?
Put that down there.
We
All
just
right.
have to be careful not to bump the little
Yeah,
rat.
I'm standing
Otherwise,
back.
people will go pop, pop, pop. They hear it.
Well, now you've done it, so you've broken the curse. But
There we go. All right. So we've
these are points, also
Yes.
known as turnouts, also known as switches.
yes.
They're not essential to a basic train set. You can just have an oval going around and be happy, but they are essential to a more advanced train set because this was how you move trains around. Otherwise, they'll just go straight along.
Mhm.
This is a left-hand turnout, and this is a right-hand turnout,
Mhm.
named after which direction that spurs off from the straight bit.
Okay.
So these are the Hornby, just some of Hornby's TT range, and as because obviously they had to make the point. They just
So we've also got straights and curves, right?
straights, curves, feeders.
Shorts.
Yep.
And these points, they can use any turnout motor.
Yes,
Okay.
HO.
as long as
or
it
whatever.
as long as it
So even
fits, it'll
Pico
work.
ones.
Pico.
Pico.
Okay.
These are going to be popular.
Ah, the joiners, the fish plates. These are essential to every single train
They are
set.
definitely essential. And
Why
these
are
will
they
go-
called fish plates? There's no fish. Or do you cook your fish on it?
I
They're
don't
named
actu-
after
I don't
lots
know.
of different animals. You got fish plates, you got panda clips.
I'm not sure why they were called fish. I just know that was the really old fashioned British term for them. They even used this for the real life track joiners were known as fish plates.
Right.
But I think joiners is a good enough term
Well, I
as
guess
any
full size,
nowadays.
I'll look like big enough to cook a fish on it.
Maybe.
I just made that up. Makes sense to me.
Why would you cook a fish on a plate? Wouldn't you eat it off a plate? Wouldn't you cook it in a
No,
fry pan?
it's
Should
like-
be a
it's like-
fish
it's-
fry pan.
If it's a really hot day, you could cook it off a fish off of it.
Are we going to have a debate?
Blessed be the cheese makers.
So these ones, these are
Well, they shall inherit the earth. All right.
so these, as you can see, are quite small. Not as small as N, so they're not as fiddly,
Yes.
but they're obviously smaller than 00.
Yes.
So hopefully this should be the perfect scale for people who've a little bit less on eyesight and dexterity in their old age, or maybe just
What do you mean? They just don't have much space.
yeah, and they'll be able to use these and should be
TT
nice and
120
finger.
is awesome stuff. All right, and what else have we got? Finn, you might need to zoom out a little bit.
I zoomed out completely and went to the front.
All right,
There you go. That'll fix it.
move that over there.
What was that?
That was me
Oh.
moving that. You
I thought the loco had come to life. And it was-
possessed loco. So what we have right here, we have various buildings. What we have right here is a raised signal box.
I love that. I've got one of these in my street. It reminds me of the one in my street.
Oh,
Yeah.
does it? Does yours
Yeah.
look like this?
Yeah,
There's-
it's mine's brick, but yeah, it's the same building.
Yeah, because these were very interesting designs.
They would have been standardized somewhat, I imagine.
Not really.
No,
They were had to be built. A few were standardized, but most of them were built in the early to the railways, and a lot of the time they were built to specific standards of that bit of the track. So up here is the top. That's where the signalman would go. He would direct the points and control the signals. He was in charge of tens of trains at a time, and if something went wrong, if the signalman messed up, big trouble. And the bottom bit here, that was where the interlocking system went. So he'd have all these levers that he'd have to
levers
pull.
with chains that would
Yes.
be connected.
They're
to-
connected to a system of interlocking gears and such under the signal box.
Mhm.
Then go out of the signal box and connect to all the signals and points in his block.
Mechanical signals.
Yeah, we used to have some on the. I think the Frankston line had some until very recently. They still had manually operated with signalman and all that,
Right.
but they're not used anymore. Obviously, I think. Because I remember they were getting rid of them in I think 2018. I
Right.
don't know. Maybe COVID delays meant they're still here, but but yeah. So
Well, this one doesn't have any.
no,
Put them in there if you want.
some people do.
Oh, really?
There's
You
some
can put
people.
lights in there.
Some people do make little interiors for their signal
they're-
boxes.
they're
Oh, that's
resin
right. You can put
cast.
an LED in them.
They're
Yes.
resin cast and they're fucking beautiful.
Yes.
Really,
Hand painted.
I didn't paint that. That's how it come
It's
out of the
just
box.
fantastic looking, isn't it?
That's the box
very
for
nice.
Just out of the box
Out of the box.
onto your layout.
Onto
Yep.
your layout, going to have some fun.
Very
And
nice.
then we
All right,
got
what else
this
we got?
one.
A
That's
water
good,
tower.
because I'm going to learn about this. Yep.
So these water towers, these are how steam locomotives fill with water.
You said that they had water on them
But they said they get that water from.
from the tap.
But these taps, they'd have huge water gantry cranes. They're basically just a big crane with a pipe going down it. They'd put the pipe into locomotive tanks and fill it up. But the water would be stored in water tanks like this.
Above somebody's house.
Well, no, the water tower. So this was actually all. This would mostly for these systems to make sure for the pipe work between the various water cranes. Well, the water would be stored here. It'd either be piped up from underground wells or would be piped up from the mains. Sometimes piped up from the sea in the really early days before they learned saltwater plugs pipes, and sometimes just rain. They were kept open top, so when it rained on it, it'd fill up.
In England, quite a bit.
In England, yeah, it worked very well in
It
England.
wouldn't evaporate very much.
So is the Tower of London a water?
No,
Oh.
that's a dungeon.
Oh, is it? That's a bit different, isn't it?
So it looks like an apartment with a house with a rooftop swimming pool.
They were all so ornate back then, because in there, this is just a tool house. In there is just all the pipe work
You
and
could swim in there.
maintenance. You
So,
could.
so
you
did,
could.
did they have a roof on them, or was they just open?
It was just open, so
Oh.
if it rained in it, it'd free water for the water
Oh,
towers.
okay,
I
fair
thought
enough.
it was a residence because they had like a wood heater.
Oh, it's got a chimney.
That's in case. That's in case for the winter. They'd
What?
they'd light a boiler in it to keep the water from freezing.
Really?
Oh, there you go. See, you're educated again.
well, if
Had to keep the water
if it just-
warm for the train to
Well,
steam.
That's
Well,
right.
yeah, because if it's just frozen, they can't get it.
It's not going anywhere, is it?
It's like when I try and it's like when you defrost some soup in the microwave.
It's like ice blocks coming out.
That's right. There you
There
go.
you go.
I
That
would
makes
not have
sense, doesn't
thought
it?
that at all, but I'm not used to living in a freezing country.
No, I mean right now, I think we're getting used to it.
Well, there you go. Wow.
And then we've got
What's this thing?
a double garage.
Yes, a double shed. So this one,
Double shed.
yep. If you point upward, you can see it's got
Oh.
two berths.
Two what?
Berths. They were known as berths.
Berv.
I was
Berths.
looking for the birds.
BIRTH. Yeah, it's
Oh, berth.
Yeah.
Two berth.
yeah.
Yep. Sorry. It was
So that's where the trains would go and sleep in here.
Right.
So these sheds were very
doesn't seem very long.
no. This would probably be used. They only need to be as long as the train.
Little
Really.
shunties.
So it'd either be used for a couple of tank engines or just one tender engine for each one. They didn't have. They only had to be as long as the train was. They weren't maintenance and such weren't done in there. They were just there put in there to keep it from getting wet in the winter in the rain, and paint damage and all that.
Right.
What about the carriages?
They would sometimes go into their own carriage sheds, or would just be left in the sidings.
Right.
So this can be used either as a locomotive shed or a carriage shed, depending on what you want to use it for.
The glass is really well done.
Beautiful. It is really, really nicely done,
It's
isn't
really good.
it? It
I
really
wanna
looks
see that
quite
3D.
authentic.
Oh, that's 3D. That's actual brick. Well, it's not actual brick, but it feels like it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's resin.
Well, look at the paint finish on it. It's really well done.
Looks like an actual building. I mean,
Nice.
Well, it's just miniature.
yeah.
It's for little people.
What scale is it?
What do you think?
TT 120, of course,
That's
silly.
it. That was a trick question,
Hey,
wasn't it?
that was a trick
I was
question.
a bit- I
Why
was
do
a
they
bit-
call it TT 120?
Tabletop.
Tabletop.
Yes.
What about 120?
'Cause that's how scale it is. You'd have to times this by 120 times
Mhm.
120?
to make it the same scale as the real one.
Wouldn't
be
fit
pretty
on
big,
my,
wouldn't it?
Wouldn't fit on my layout.
Wouldn't fit on your layout.
No. Not if it was 120 times that.
It would fit your layout in it.
That's right. There we go.
Wow, all this stuff looks really nice.
So that is the Hornby TT stuff, hey?
So come in to the store,
Come in,
or you can
check
see it
it out.
online as well.
Buy it up.
Mm.
It is moving really.
Fantastic.
Really
People
nice.
have absolutely chomping at the bit for it. It's been a long time coming. We're really proud to be one of 10, 20 retailers in Australia to
Mm.
carry it. Yeah, come in,
Beautiful
check it
stuff.
out.
Absolutely brilliant.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Finley. Your information and knowledge has really learned something. I've really been.
You've been
taught
learned,
something.
haven't you?
I'm
You've
well
been
learned
learned.
now. I am. I can't even talk. I'm just boggled.
That's it.
That's
I
crammed.
can't even speak.
No,
Well,
That
thank
was-
you so much for having me.
that is
You're
awesome,
welcome.
Finley. It has been amazing. Thank you for teaching us and
Oh.
showing us some cool train stuff.
See you all next time.
Thanks, Finn.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you, Finley.
Well, you really are boggled, aren't you? Can't string your words together because you got all that new vocab.
They, I know. I can't, but I honestly thought that was an apartment because it's got windows and a door
What about the top? It's a bit dark, yeah?
and it's just a roof. And then like it had an open fire, but no, the open fire was to keep the water from freezing. Makes perfect sense.
Well, it could have been you could extend it and boil up the water up there and make lots of cups of tea.
Lots of soup. Minestrone. Minestrone's not a soup. No.
Let's go back to some of these comments because I think we missed out on a lot of stuff because people have been guessing the weight.
Have they?
Yeah.
Of the car.
And everyone's been having a little conversation.
Well, because they couldn't hear us. I wonder
Oh,
how long we
yes.
were without sound for.
So, all right. So we actually got sound now. We can see it on levels now. That's working fine.
Neville, Nev here.
No, Nev's not here. All right. So Mr. Mayhem wants to know if we've still got any of the Flying Scotsmans with smoke deflectors. I'm not too sure. We'll have to check that up a bit later.
Yes.
Just Scotty, unfortunately, had to leave us because it's sleepy time in the US.
I bet it is.
Are there any more? Did I miss? Any more weights here?
The suspense is killing me.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Good.
No, there's no more guesses unless
No.
there's way
All right.
before all this.
So we know. No, they can repeat themselves.
Yes.
They can repeat themselves.
Oh,
Oh,
here we go. So Dave has said 10, 20 grams.
No.
It's lower than that.
Can I just show one more thing?
What are you
I
showing?
actually forgot.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this is a bit special, isn't it?
It is a bit special.
Okay, so we've got our test track, which you may have seen before, which has had 2 tracks on it, but it's been extended to 3 because now we've got N here, we've got HO, and then in between sides, we've got the TT mounted up. So it allows us to check all the TT locomotives.
And this is aftermarket flexi track.
That's
this
right.
Isn't Hornby TT
This
flexi
is
track.
Pico.
And it's actually HOM,
That's right.
isn't it? So
Yes,
don't
but
be.
it's the same width.
It's the same width.
That's right.
It's just the sleepers are a little bit different on this.
That's right. That's
On
just
this
for
rail
testing.
than what you. This is our test track.
Okay, so we're going to show you something interesting.
So
Let me
I
just plug
have
it up.
got a carriage. Can I call it a carriage? Is that what we call it?
You can call it that. Let me plug the
Because
power
these
over there.
TT carriages that you get, not the ones in the kit, but the ones you get
Should I turn on the power?
as an extra. Boom.
Oh,
Can you see that? The lights are on. Look, and if you dim it, look, you can dim it. Look, you can set the mood.
I reckon we might need to
What do we need to?
get a bit closer, maybe turn off a light.
Oh, really?
Let's go here.
I can't trust. Really?
You don't trust what? You don't trust me?
In the dark? There's no way.
What do you mean? We've been in the dark together before. Oh, it's getting romantic.
Is it?
Yep. All right, look at this. Look at that.
How cool is that? Do you want me to hold it and you can dim it?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's sort of dimming a little bit because I can't hold it
I know.
level. All right, so what am I doing? All right, so depending on how much power you add, like how fast the train's going, it's going to change the brightness of the lights, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if it wasn't running, it would be like this. As you're running faster, it will slowly light up to this point here.
How cool is that?
Lit coaches.
That is really cool. Is that? I'm not sure. Is that what they've had in other scales before?
So you can get lit coaches.
We're in the dark.
HO.
It feels like we're camping.
Yeah, they have been around, definitely. But these are optional carriages you can buy, and we do have these in stock now. Beautiful. And these are Pullman coaches. Pullman as in Pullman hotels.
Mhm.
Same company.
That's right.
Pull this off, disconnect.
And let me grab this one.
Yes. All right, let's have a closer look at this, eh?
So that is really, really cool.
Look at this, beautiful. All right, so you can see the little tables.
Reminds me of the dinner tram, W-class dinner tram in Melbourne.
Yeah, that's right. It's a
Similar
shame it's not
windows
around
and-
anymore, is it?
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
All the pinstriping.
And these are just available.
Do you call that pinstriping? What do you call that sort of striping that's quite often on trucks and such?
Go fast stripes.
Is it?
Not sure.
Didn't sound appropriate for a train.
Why?
There you go, there's a corridor. Nice, isn't it? There we go. Nice. I like that.
It's just gentle, isn't it?
It is.
Everything's nice in train world,
Mm.
isn't it?
Mm.
It's really, really just when you get into the model trains, nothing's a rush, taking your time. Sorry, sir, that loco won't be available for another 3 months. That's all right.
That's right. That's what it is.
That's a complete different thing, isn't it?
That's right.
Now,
All right, what have I missed here?
talking about going fast, what?
There's lots of stuff going on.
What? Well, if you can't keep up, that's your problem.
Hang on. Here we go.
What? What?
Oh, here we go. We got guesses.
What?
Felicity said 1034.
No, lower, please, Felicity.
Yeah.
So
She already has.
we're between,
So Thunder Turbine
yes,
actually said 850, but it's lower again. So
No,
that
no.
means 850. Isn't it?
it's higher than 850.
Is it higher than 850?
It's higher than 850.
Is it?
Yes.
I forgot now.
Have you?
Yeah.
No, it was definitely higher than 850.
It's
That's
higher
where
than
we
850.
That's where we started 850.
Oh, is it?
Yep. I'm
So-
going to confirm nor deny it is in fact higher than 850.
Ah.
Yeah?
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So it's higher than 850. And then Felicity's next one is 998. It's lower than 998.
Lower than 998.
And then To The Point said 905.
Lower.
It's lower than 905.
So it's between 850 and 905. We're
Yes.
really getting somewhere.
Yes.
Now, last week, let's go back in time. Last week, do you remember that we were just halfway, we're about this way point through the show,
Yep.
and that big box came in,
Oh, yeah.
and I got super excited.
You do get excited.
The FS Racing Model GT
Yes. And?
come and dawned upon us, and massive things. It's right here.
Oh. Oh.
Massive things have
Oh.
happened. It's got a few Go Fast stickers.
What's happened?
It's a bit bigger than that one, isn't it? How
A little
beautiful
bit.
does it look? We took it out for a quick run on the street.
Yes.
In an enclosed, dedicated, closed circuit test space.
Mhm.
And the thing did 108 Ks out of the box. That's faster than what I thought it would go. I honestly thought that 80, 90 Ks would be more than reasonable.
Yes.
And that's with the small pinion, the one that comes with it. It does come, I think
It does give you a
it's got a
higher
12,
one too,
it's got
right?
a 12 tooth on it at the moment. I
Yep.
think it does come with a 14 or a 15,
right. Okay.
as well as 3 sets of tuning springs.
Mm.
Yeah, it is gonna fly, and that's on 6S.
So we've got a little video. So
Yeah.
how about we look at the video? Now
Yeah.
with the video, it was difficult to film it actually moving because it's so fast. But let's watch what we do. Are they working indicators?
Told you I had music.
Oh, so that was the GPS.
That was the GPS speed meter in there, Beach.
Yep.
Look at
the
the
tyres?
Look at the tires fluffing up.
Yep. Going fairy.
They're really working well. The 9 steps, 3S lifeboats in there, 2 of them,
Mhm.
6500s. And that was on Sundays and about 10 degrees in Melbourne. It's cold.
There you
out,
go. 108. So let's read out from that GPS.
Yeah, that
unit
was
we put
the-
into it.
Yep.
Oh, we saw it at the end. Take off.
Yep.
There
It
you
was
go.
really hard to catch, obviously, because it comes close and goes far. And I was
Mm.
playing it in a, like I said, it was a dedicated. It was not a public road. It was not a public road. It was
There
not a
we
public
go.
road. But yeah, so
Impressive, yeah?
That is super cool. I'm super excited by that.
Yes.
Um,
Indeed.
and it might come out in a bit of fury on track this weekend, which leads us to the next thing.
So what's happening?
This weekend we have got the Hearns Hobbies Junior Development Day.
Which is quite exciting. A lot of
That
people
is.
looking forward to it.
They definitely are. Now, it's just a normal club day out there at Bendigo,
Mhm.
but I'm going up there with Matthew Jenkins and Scotty Rawlins, and we are coaching juniors throughout the day. And we've blocked out 2 heats in the middle of the day, and that will happen every round where we get 10 minutes of track time to do additional coaching.
That's
apart
right.
from their races, their pit tuition, and helping them throughout the day.
And we've got the famous whiteboard.
We have got
Did,
the
did we
famous
show that
whiteboard.
last time?
We might have, and we might even have to give another lesson today.
Right. There we go. Here's a whiteboard that everyone will see on the weekend.
It is, in fact, a whiteboard. It's really hard with reflections and so on and so forth.
There's some little cars.
We've got some panda
From the
cars,
panda.
and these are the sort of things that will play out. You know what I mean? Like I put oh no, look, there's been an accident. So we'll be discussing why the accident occurred.
Yeah.
Who's at fault and
Hmm.
what happens next.
That's right. So a bit of
A
etiquette.
bit of etiquette and a bit of crash avoidance,
Hmm.
as well as going fast.
Yes.
So in this situation, we have to figure out exactly what happened, who's at fault, and why, and what the next step is,
Hmm.
and just to grow that confidence and move forward. So that's
Yeah.
just one of the scenarios. Looking forward to playing with the whiteboard all day, making. We can do the ski noises, and
I'm sure you will be.
it's not quite the scale, although
No.
the Model GT will probably look like that on track.
When you take it out.
Because it is a 10 scale track, and put in the 405 centimeter wheelbase car. Sorry, millimeter. wheelbase car out on track will be quite massive compared to the usual 190s.
Wow.
There you go.
Wow. So that's happening on Sunday.
That is happening
Bendigo?
Sunday, July the 2nd out at Bendigo.
That's right.
So,
So if you're going to go out there, make sure you register.
get your
a
entries
class.
in.
That's
Yep.
right. Online at the Bendigo website.
Now it is aimed at juniors, but any newcomer, newbie, or anybody that wants to take part in the program can join in.
Yeah.
Yep. It's going to be plenty of fun. So
gonna
come
be good.
down and say hi down at Bendigo.
That's it. All right. What else we got?
Any more guesses on the car beach?
We do. We've got lots.
Lots
Can
of
we kick
guesses.
them all off? All right. So
905. was the last one.
900.
No,
Not 900. It is lower.
lower than 900.
Okay. To the point.
To the point.
The lucky 888.
No,
No.
that is lower.
Lower. Okay. So Felicity is too high there at 891. Dave's got 885.
885.
It's lower.
That is lower.
It's lower.
So now we're between 850 and 885.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's tightened up a bit.
We are getting somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
To the point. Any news in the BD12F?
Yeah. It's
Do we
coming.
ever? It is coming.
Is it going to make Singapore?
Is it going to make it in Singapore?
Yeah. When's Singapore? When's that race?
That is in. We're going to talk about that next week.
Yeah.
Because we've got a big announcement. The Hearns Hobbies Racing Team. Well, a lot of them are going over to represent Australia over in Singapore. So we'll have some graphics and some details next week.
Yeah.
Hosted by Nico Lee, Scotty Ernest are putting that one together over there in Singapore. And that is going to be really cool. So far we've got 5 or 6 Australian drivers going over.
It'll be good.
Simon Nicholson, John
Yes.
Pugh, Steve Cornell, Matthew Jenkins, Scotty Rawlings,
Yes.
and maybe Terry.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so getting pretty excited. Hopefully Baden will go. So the team is really firing up. So it's really good that we can represent like Hearns worldwide.
Mm-hmm.
So we will be bringing out some details. But yes, Yokomo did drop the BD12F at the very start of the week. At this point, it is an alloy only. Well, at this point, they've only released the alloy version. For the Australian market and conditions being outdoor asphalt. We will be waiting until the carbon car's announced.
Right.
So I expect that will be just next fortnight. But yes, the BD12F is coming. I know Matthew Jenkins in particular is excited and on the edge of his seat.
I'll be excited just to go there.
Singapore.
Yeah.
What excites you most about Singapore?
The Merline.
Yeah. They've got those down at their
Are they real?
they have stone ones.
Oh, so that one is real, right? But are there any?
Well, that's their
in the
national
water?
creature. Well, I don't know. Is there any water? What are stone ones?
I
They
want
got
to
like
see one.
water squirting out of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is it huge?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, down at Marina Bay. What is it?
want to go in
Marina Bay.
Because the next thing I want to do is have Singaporean chili crab.
Chili crab? I'm not sure.
Yep.
Is it good?
Apparently.
Is it hot?
Well, it's got chilies in it.
The food's pretty spicy over there. It's good.
All right, so we digress. What are we on to?
I'm not sure.
Let's get some more.
You had me at chili crab.
We got some more weight. It's getting closer.
Is it?
It's getting closer.
That's not 885.
875.
No, lower.
It's lower than 875.
It's lower than 875.
Okay.
It's really hotting up in here now.
870.
Higher.
Higher than 870.
We're within 5 grams now.
Okay, between 870 and 875.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now we need a slight window because the temperature has changed. I can feel it.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
To
Yeah,
just
and
allow
our-
for the
Our scales.
temperature compensation in the scales. Anyway, what have you got for us there, Beach? You must
I
have
found a
some.
couple of things.
You must have some plastic stuff for us.
I've got a little bit. How was this? It's pretty funky.
It's a Toyota MR2.
It's a Mr. 2.
Now these were pretty cool, weren't they?
They were pretty cool. So this is the boxy, edgy shape one.
Yep. The first incarnation, I think first generation, second incarnation.
Incarnation.
Yeah. Supercharged,
Mid-mount motor.
mid-mount motor,
Mhm.
1.6 litre. Pretty cool.
Back in the days when quite a lot of the Japanese sports cars were quite small, two-door.
Well, they got small roads and stuff, so they needed better handling, no?
Hmm.
You couldn't just put a big V8 motor in it.
Why not?
Why not? Because then it'd be American.
Oh, what are we looking at?
I'm not sure. I was hoping that you could tell me. So this is a Hasegawa.
Yep.
124th. Tomato.
That's it. This is the supercharged version. Did we get supercharged ones here?
Yes,
We did.
we definitely did get supercharged ones here.
Wow. So for a small car, there's quite a bit of stuff in there, isn't
We've
it?
got a bit of satin chrome. Can I call it satin chrome? Or is it brushed aluminium?
Both are correct.
Are they?
Yep.
And shiny chrome.
What are these shiny bits?
Hmm.
Are they lights?
Tail lights.
Oh, yes. They'll be the tail light
That'll be the
reflectors.
tail light reflector.
Okay. So as a go, always bag up the multiple bits here.
Bag and tag.
So this is
Looks
going to be
like-
curbside.
Curbside. Looks like
Yeah.
quite simple.
Yeah.
Nice big
There's a
meaty
bit of under chassis detail, the drive shafts.
undercarriage.
Under whose carriage? We were talking about the carriages before. Seats and such. Yeah, cool. So there is some engine detail. There was one of these built up at Model Expo. Remember seeing that?
Yes.
In the open engine bay. So not full engine detail, but enough that you can open an engine bay and see. Because you wouldn't have been able to see much in there anyway. They were pretty cramped, weren't they?
Yeah. Imagine like putting an engine in a bathtub and trying to fix it.
That sounds like it's pretty hard.
Yeah, that's what it's like with a little cat flap on top.
What isn't it Ferrari's design so they can rip the back end off to access the engine?
Most of them,
so it
yeah.
wasn't like this.
No. The engine would drop down from the bottom, but still it was a bigger job than just.
Right, they're
Yeah.
normal.
Mm-hmm.
Right, okay. There we go. I thought that was quite interesting. Quite
Very
an
cool.
Iconic looking car, I think.
And it's quite a unique kit. No?
Hmm.
I love that Hasegawa do that. I love that Hearns always gets exciting left of field stuff.
That's right.
No?
Hmm.
What else have you got for us
Oh,
in your
what else?
stash? In your stash. Show
This
us your
is
stash.
a bit different.
Is that the one I showed yesterday?
Could be.
Yes.
Who did you show yesterday? Didn't show me. This is new. It's not exactly a new Gundam. Okay, these have been out before, but
I'm in
not for a
shock.
long time.
I'm in shock.
Okay, so this is a turn A Gundam. And so hence why you'll see the A is actually turned upside down.
A what?
It's called turn A. And so there's a symbol. It's an upside down A.
Turn A.
Turn A. We call it turn A.
Mhm.
And this Gundam is the first Gundam that's actually been designed by a non-Japanese. This was designed by Sid Mead. And Sid Mead was a futurist that's better known for his work in designing the look of Blade Runner. You seen Blade Runner the movie? Oh, you haven't?
What's Blade Runner?
You haven't seen Blade Runner? Wow! So,
Is it new?
no, it's very old.
I'm not that old.
Aren't you? Classic.
Can't be. I haven't seen
So
it.
Blade Runner pretty much set the look and tone for a lot of the.
How does it compare to Weekend at Bernie's?
It's not as funny, but it set the look of cyberpunk and post-apocalyptic type stuff for even up to now. A lot of visuals get their influence from the look of Blade Runner. Very dark, very wet and rainy, that sort of look. So that's Sid Mead.
It's just
He
Melbourne.
designed this.
He just came to Melbourne in winter.
So there you go. So there's a turn A. So we have had this before, but in a twin set.
Turn A.
So it's available separately. Just come in.
No glue or paint will be required
No,
because
that's
it's
correct.
Bandai.
That's correct. That is correct. So it comes with a gun, and it comes with a.
A flashing light,
No,
It looks like a beacon.
what do you call those medieval weapons, which is a chain with the ball on the end?
ball and chain.
Oh, ball and chain, is it? No, ball and chain is normally it's around the ankle, right?
I don't
For
know. What
prisoners.
it's called.
This has got a studded ball and the chain. A bit like a soft mace looking thing. There you go. That's what I got for you. So totally a very, very different looking Gundam compared to the Japanese type aesthetic.
And that's because Sid Mead made it.
Yeah, that's right. And it looks like he's got the big moustache. Very cool. That's all I got. What do you got? You got to have more stuff, haven't you? What do you
Well-
got to show?
I'm not sure that I've got much to show, but I've got a bit to talk about. Talk about T-Lab.
Let's talk about T-Lab. What is T-Lab?
T-Lab is time limited active boost.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh, that's
T-Lab.
clever.
So this is a new form of radio control racing to Australia,
Mhm.
which Simon Nicholson, John Pugh and the boys in New South Wales are trying to implement. In
Mhm.
fact, they've got the first ever Australian race of it, I believe, next week at Penrith,
Right.
Winter Champs.
Yeah.
And that is where we race a control class. So 17.5 turn mode has been chosen for this event.
Right.
And it's effectively a blinky speed controller, so a 0 timing speed controller.
Right.
But the T-Lab feature is you push a button on the transmitter and it's like boost. Well, it is exactly boost. It's like a turbo boost, and you get 3 10-second shots. So you get 30 seconds in total.
in that one run.
Yep, and you can use it. So they're 6-minute races.
Yes.
So you can use it as you see fit, when you see fit.
So it's a bit like F1, where they've got that. What do they call their
DRS, drag
okay.
reduction system.
Right.
Yep. So for overtaking.
Right.
Yep. So 3 10-second bits, which is really good. So it's not just enough to get down the straight, but you probably do like a good half a lap going really, really fast.
Yep.
And it's like a bit like chalk and cheese, not chalk
Yes.
and cheese, but it will increase the car's performance by probably
Yes.
30,
What's a fair
30
difference?
20 to 30%, I would say.
How about we go to this video because it'll be a bit easier to see.
Yeah, the boys made a video.
Yeah.
Let's check it out. What is T-Lab?
Yeah,
There
so
you
it's a
go.
new class. Well, it's been around for a couple of years. It's a fixed motor, 17.5 with a T-Lab Speedy, and basically you get about 30 seconds of boost for a run, but it's split up into 3 by 10 seconds.
You fit it in the car. How does it work?
So you program a button on your radio, and you press it whenever you want in that 5-minute race or 6-minute race or whatever. So it comes down to strategy. If you use it all at the start or use it at the end or use it for passes. But yeah,
There you
it's
go, push the
basically
button.
Gives you like full boost, full turbo. So
Look at that. Boom.
you're going
How
from,
fast it goes
say,
past.
It's a fair
21
difference,
foot
isn't it?
by pace to kind of near mod pace. Yeah, so we've seen it over at TRTC now for a couple of years. It's ran, and it was a great hit over there. Everyone loved it. When that race came on, everyone was around the track watching.
Look at
it,
that. See, you tried to
laughing.
use it and
It
expect.
was really good. It was probably one of the most popular classes there, to be honest. They run a front-wheel drive class over there. Yeah, we'll stick with touring
Oh, look
car
at
for
that.
now, and
We're taking on
get
that
some more
outside.
entries for that.
Really cool. So that is a great initiative by the Hearns race team and Aramax, their electronic subsidiary, which is Dash.
Yes.
So that is a really cool feature. They're the only ones to do it so far. Like I said, like Simon Nicholson said, it's been going in Asia, Southeast Asia now for 3 or 4 years. The most famous race that they run it at is probably the TITC, which is in Thailand.
Yes.
Once a year. And it is over there. They do use it predominantly in front wheel drive or TCR class. Now, obviously, we don't have that much, or they don't have any TCR racing in New South Wales. So they've adapted it to 4-wheel drive touring cars.
Yeah.
So it'll be a second class that people can cross into out of like 21 or 13 or even modified.
Looks really fun.
It does look, and it sounds really fun. So let's see what happens. So fingers crossed. But yeah, big shout out to Simon and John and the boys up in New South Wales, as well as Nicholas Lee for making it happen.
It's a real initiative, isn't it?
It is a real initiative. And let's see what we can do with it.
I'm
So
excited.
yeah, very excited. And let's see what we can do.
Yeah, good stuff.
So that is really cool. So onwards and upwards. And it's the kind of pioneering that the Hearns race team loving at the minute.
That's right.
Absolutely loving.
Yes. Yes. We've got a guess.
More guesses.
873.
Yes. Bingo. Who was it?
Thunder Turbine.
Thunder Turbine 88. Fantastic. Now, it could be, I will confirm.
All right, we're going to do it on the overhead.
I need
Just
a
so
little
everyone
bit-
can see.
I need a little bit of a window because I did measure it once at 872. And I
Yeah.
did measure it again at 873. I've broken it. Could need a new battery.
Yeah, low means new battery.
I
I
think
mean,
that's
not only the big rat needs a new battery, but
We-
our scientific device needs a new battery. But our memory is pretty good. 873. Yeah?
It was
You're going
definitely,
to try it again?
it was definitely 873.
The cold probably doesn't help either.
Well, I warmed it up a little bit then.
Oh, look, it's zero there. Let's see if we can zero it again. All right, so we're on zero
All
now.
right, quick, before it runs out.
All right, let's have a look. Let's have a look.
872 it is.
872. Well, to the point, guess 872. Didn't say
Fantastic.
873, now it says 874. But I guess both of you are right.
We need to go shopping for some new batteries this week.
I think so. Batteries is what we're
The rat did warn us. It did warn us when
We
we
warned
tried
us
to charge.
before, and we thought, no, it just must be us.
Must be us. It's been-
We're not
it's had a
reading the
week
numbers
off.
right.
It had a few days off the rat.
That's right.
Thank you for bearing with us. Technical problems aside, it's been a fantastic show. We've had heaps of stuff to get through.
Absolutely.
The Hornby TT 120 range. If you're into model railway, come in and check it out.
Looks
And
absolutely
if you're
beautiful.
new to model railway, choose TT. It is awesome. It has
That's good.
all the benefits and small space of N gauge, N
Right.
scale,
But all the detail
and
and
all
smooth
the
running.
detail, smooth running, and features such as the illuminated interior
Yes.
of the carriages
Yes,
and the beautiful detail on the locos.
that's right. And they're DCC ready.
DCC ready, that's
So
right.
easy to convert than N-scale, being very limited space for an N-scale.
And apart from having just the two sets, the Easterner and the Scotsman, we've also got 3 other locos
Mhm.
in stock.
Yes.
So they got
You can
different
build it up
nameplates.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've got all the points, controllers,
Mhm.
everything that you need to get started and get yourself a layout.
For sure.
That's about all from me this week.
Sounds good.
You will see me out at Bendigo on Sunday.
Bright and early.
I'll be there from 8 a.m.
Hmm.
You will see plenty of social media if you can't make it. So please join in, comment, and like throughout the day, and help support the kids and the juniors upskill and enjoy their racing.
That's right. Should be good. It'll be a good day.
Fantastic. Well, thank you for everybody for watching. Let's close this one off.
We will do.
That was episode 162.
Mhm.
Join us this time again next week, episode 163.
That's right.
And we'll do it all
For-
again
That's right. For more hobbies from Hearns Hobbies.
with a replenished rat.
Yes, that's right.
Can I call it that?
You can. Seen better days. Definitely seen better days. All right. Thank you very much. We'll see you again later.
See you guys.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.